Hello all, my name is Rahul. Welcome to this video on Java language. In this video, we will be covering topics on tokens, types of tokens with examples. So let's get started. So if you see the definition of tokens, I have made it very simple. So tokens are basically the smallest unit or element of a program which are identified by the compiler. We have 6 tokens available in Java. So these all are the tokens. Keywords is one of the token, identifiers, literals, separators, operators, and comments. Now if you talk about keywords, so you can see keywords, it has a predefined meaning in Java language. And because of this, since it has the predefined meaning, Java programmer cannot use this keywords as the name of variables, methods, and classes. So we will have the lecture on variables, methods, and classes, how to write the first program that we will see in next lecture. So for now, just remember this line. It has a predefined meaning in Java language, and because of this, Java programmer, once who writes the code, cannot use this keywords as a name of variable, methods, and classes. We have 50 keywords available, and I have listed down all the keywords over here with the proper examples. So these all things, you must be aware about, class, extents, import, and all. So that we will see in next lecture, use of each and every keywords, how we use the keywords in real time, everything we will see. I have also added some points over here. You can see added in J2SE. It means Java 2 standard edition 1.2 and 1.4. Now if you see here, there would be two keywords. One is goto and second one is constant. So these two keywords we never use in Java language, and I have mentioned over here under the note section. Constant and goto are the reserved keyword. These two keywords are the reserved one, but still we never use these two keywords in Java language. If you want to finalize any keyword as a constant, then in Java what we do is we use final keyword, and that keyword you will find in this list over here. So that the use of each and every keywords we will be seeing in next coming lectures, right? So this is all about keywords. Now if we talk about the second types of tokens, then we have identifiers. So identifiers are the name given to the variables, classes, or methods. Now if you talk about rules of identifiers, then first rule is keywords cannot be used as an identifier. So you just have to make a note, you just have to remember these all points, and in the coming section we will be discussing each and every point during writing the real-time example in editors or IDE tools. So first rule about identifier is keywords cannot be used as an identifier. We cannot use keyword as an identifier in real-time example. If you if you talk about keyword, right? So what it does, it means this is the data type, and if you use keyword, it means you will have to use any of the keyword from this list. Let's say I want to use float. If you write this type of declaration in Java language, then it will throw an error saying that this cannot be resolved, and you won't be able to use float as an identifier in Java language. So that's why I have mentioned a point over here, keywords. So all the 50 keywords which you can see over here cannot be used as an identifier in Java language. Second point, if we discuss, identifiers should always start with alphabets or letters. So this is the recommended one. If you write any program, let's say if I want to write a class, first class. So the declaration of class is like CLASS. This is class is a keyword, and after class you just have to enter the name of the class. So let's say my name of this class is sample. Now you will have to use over separators over here like this. So this is the recommended one. If you write the name of other class, then first letter should be always in capital letters. So this is the recommended one. Even if you write as a small letter, you will be able to compile and execute your program. But the recommended one is you should always use capital letters in case of identifier. Third point, you can see letters, numbers, dollar, underscore are acceptable for the identifiers. It means if I give you an example, you can write ABC either in capital letter or small letter. A to BC, you can write A, after that numeric and BC. Dollar, you can start any identifier using the dollar as well as using the underscore. Now, related to this, I have added some points over here. Special characters like hash and at the rate cannot be used before and after the name of the class. It means if I say class at the rate sample, then it will throw an error. In same way, you cannot use hash over here. If you use hash, again, it will throw an compile time error. So same thing after Java 9, after J2SE9 underscore. So this underscore has been depreciated and cannot be used as an alone identifier. So this is the key point. As an alone identifier, you will not be able to use it. So I have given example as well. So in Java 8, right? In Java 8 or before Java 8, we can specify the alone underscore saying that this. So let's say I want to declare and initialize any variable in Java language. So what I can do is I can just say int underscore equals to value, right? So this is the declaration, this is the data type, and this is the identifier, variable identifier name, and this is the value for this identifier name, right? So in Java 8 and below Java 8, you will be able to write this one. But after Java 9, if you say int underscore equals to value 10, then you will get an error, and that would be compile time error, and you won't be able to execute your code after Java 9. But yes, before Java 8 you will be able to use underscore as an alone identifier, in Java language. But after 9, you won't be able to use this underscore as an alone identifier. However, we can definitely use, let's say my variable name is, let's say I have a long variable name saying that, user input. So in that case, to combine this, what we can do is I can use underscore over here. So this can be done, right? So the same thing I have mentioned, but in Java 9 or after, if you specify underscore alone, then you will get an error, and that would be a compile time error. However, we can use the same for longer variable name or method name in order to connect them. The same thing I told you, right? User input, if you have a variable name as user input, if you want to combine them, if you want to connect them, then in that case you can use underscore in between these two words. Third point is the first letter of an identifier cannot be a digit. So again, this is a most important thing. So if you write sample, so sample is an sample is an identifier, right? So if I start this as one sample, then again you will get an error. So the same thing goes with your class name, method name, and variable name. You won't be able to start your variable name, class name, or method name using the digits or numbers. You will get an error. So the same thing I have mentioned over here. Second, next thing is spaces are not allowed in identifier at all. It means, let's say if my class name is my sample, if I give my space sample, then you will get an error. This space cannot be resolved in case of Java. In case of identifier, if you want to make it possible, then you will have to use underscore in between my and sample, or you will have to combine this. Next thing is, according to convention, identifiers should always start with letters instead of dollar and underscore. If you start your class name, right, using the dollar or let's say dollar or underscore, you will be able to execute it. You will not get any error. But the recommended according to convention, so that we will be seeing in next lecture how to write the proper class name or method name using the Java convention. We will see in next lecture. But as a rule, if you start this underscore sample, this is not the recommended one. So we should not write this. If you want to start, you should always start your class name or method name or variable name using the first letter, and that letter should be in lower capital letters. Right now, so this is all about this identifiers. So let's talk about literals. So literals, it's a representation of fixed value in Java. So we have 4 literals available in Java. First one is numeric literals. It has byte, int, long. So this all you can easily specify using this. So any integer or numbers are called numeric literal. So int, this int is a keyword, right? If you remember, and this has particularly these all things, right? Like byte, short, int. So we have 8 types of data type in Java that we will be seeing in next lecture. So int is a data type. Value, so this is an identifier, and 20 is a literal, and it is a fixed value of particularly identifier called value. So this is how you can relate it. Int and name of the identifier, and this is the value. Next types of literals is string literals. So here this is the data type, this is the value, again identifier, and this is the name. So name is fixed here, so we call it as string literal. Third type of literal is character literals. So any single character specified in single quote, right? So this is a single quote, and in case of string, anything specified in double quotes are called as string literals. Anything specified in single quote is called as character literals. It means if I say anything, let's say I want to enter anything in double quotes, right? In double quotes, if you write Rahul or Java or something, this will be called as string literals. If you enter anything specific, if you specify anything inside the single quote, then that will be called as character literals. So the same example I have given, char is the data type, value is an identifier, and this is the value of we have assigned in value identifier. Next one is Boolean literals. So we have majorly 2 Boolean values in Java, true or false. So if you have a condition which is getting satisfied as per your program, then you will definitely get as a true value, and in case of else or just opposite to your program, in that case you will get a false Boolean values. Now so these 4 types we have for literals. Now we will discuss the next types of tokens, and that is separators. So let's see. So if we discuss about separators, so you can see it is a symbol that is used to separate a group of code from one another. And I have listed down all the important separators in Java. So first one is parenthesis. This is a symbol, right? And this is used to enclose an argument in the method of definition. So anything if you write, right? Let's say if we discuss about system.out.println. So this is the retrieval statement in Java language. So here what we do is we use parenthesis, and that parenthesis symbol is like this. Inside it you can just say Rahul, and if you just print this, you will get Rahul as an output. So this thing, and after that definitely you will have to say semicolon. That is again a separator. So this thing, right, this bracket is called as parenthesis. So I have already mentioned, used to enclose an argument. So what we are doing here is we are enclosing this string inside the parenthesis, so that Java controller will have a knowledge about this string, and once it passes from left to right, it will automatically print this value in the console section or in your command prompt. Next one is braces. So braces, again, it is used to define a block of code for classes and methods, also used to contain the values of array. So everything we will be seeing in next lecture. So if you define any class, then in that case we use this braces, open and so this is curly braces, open and close, And inside it, you can just write the main method syntax. And again, for main method or any other method, we use this type of braces in order to open and close it. Next thing is brackets. So this brackets we use to declare array type. So that we will be seeing in next lecture, and we'll see how we use this brackets in real time. Semicolon we use to terminate the statement. So if I use system.out.println, and after this if I just say semicolon, it means if your Java starts parsing it from left to right, it will see system.out.print or println you can write here. So Java will have a knowledge about this because everything is inbuilt in Java, so it understands everything. It means this is a retrieval amount, and once it gets okay inside it, we have a Rahul in double quotes. It means we will have to print it. After that, as soon as it moves forward, it will see this semicolon. Semicolon, it means Java will terminate your program and it will print this value in the console section as well as in your command prompt. Same as like comma. Comma is to separate identifiers or variable declarations. So let's say we have two value. We have two value for two different variables. Let's say A and B, right? And I want to assign the same value in both the variables. So instead of writing like this, int A equals to 10 and int B equals to, let's say, 10, right? What we can do is we can just say int A comma B equals to 10. So this comma is used to separate identifiers or variable declaration. Period is to access the variable or method name over the reference variable. So that we will be seeing in next coming lectures. Now, if we discuss about operators, the fifth type of tokens. So for this topic, I will be creating a separate session where you will have all understanding of the operators, why we use, what types of operators we have in real time in Java language. So everything we will discuss in this in the next coming lectures. The last topic of tokens, the last types of tokens is comments. So it is used to explain the code or to specify the important information about the code implementation. So let's say I'm new to this language and I don't know what it does, system.out.println. So in that case, what you can do, you can specify your information saying that, okay, this is a retrieval amount, this is a print statement, and I will get Rahul as an output. Something you can you can easily do it as per your understanding. And so this is a single line statement, single line comment we call it as. If you write this, the same thing you can also write just after the code. So let's say this is the code which is going to end over here. After that also you can specify this. So that's why we call this comment as a single line comment. So I have mentioned some points over here used to comment a particular line of code in Java like this, right? So this is the code I have commented. It starts with 2 forward slashes. So this is how it starts, 2 forward slashes, and after that you just have to write your text, write your which you want to refer for this particular statement. And in most of the cases, right, let's say I have a logic and I want, after 2 months or after 3 months, definitely you will forget that logic, how that works. So in that case, just for your reference, you can just write what that logic does, and later on if you open after 2 months or 3 months, you will be able to understand, okay, this is all about this logic, right? So this is a single line comment. You can use it on above that particular line, and also you can use inline. So just after that code, right, you can just say this is single line comment at the end of the line of code. We also have multi-line comments. So multi-line comments used to comment the multiple lines in Java. Multi-line comments start with this and ends with this. Any text between this and this will be ignored by the Java. And this is the most important thing. When you write anything, in between your program, if you specify anything using the two forward slashes or using this slash, then Java, what it does is Java will not be able to compile. Java will not be able to parse those text. That will be ignored by the Java. So if it starts from one line, so it will not go and check second line. It will just check this. Okay, it means Java will easily get to know, okay, this is for comments, so no need to parse that. And it will go to the third line and it will start, compiling this, and it will give you the output as a Rahul in console section. So if you want to use a shortcut in editors, then you will have to say control and forward slash in case of single line comment. And in case of multiple line comments, you will have to use control plus shift plus forward slash. This is also called as block comments, and this is generally used for longer comments, and this is generally we use for short comments, right? And example, this is the example. This is how it looks like, and in between these two blocks, right? You can easily specify your text, or it could be a source of code. Anything you can easily specify as per your convenience. So this is all about this video. Thank you for watching. I will be adding. I have already added this documents in the description panel. So if you would like to download it, you can just go and you can download it from there. If you like this video, please do like, share, subscribe, and watch this video. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye. Take care.